If you think about the net of a cylinder, it is made up of two circles, which are the bases of the cylinder. Their areas are pi r squared, and one rectangle, which is the lateral area or the middle part of that cylinder. And if you know the two dimensions there, you can find the total surface area. So finding those two dimensions will be the trick here. If we close the cylinder back up, and remember our bases will be our circles, the height of the cylinder is the other dimension. It's how tall that middle part or that lateral area part is, which is actually one of the two dimensions on this inner rectangle. It's the height of the cylinder. Now the other dimension is similar to lateral area for prisms. If you pause it right here, you can see that the circumference of the circle, or the perimeter of the circle, is the other dimension of that rectangle. So now we know that the circumference of the circle times the height of the cylinder will give us that lateral middle area. So that's pi times diameter times the height of the cylinder. So the total surface area will be those two base areas, so 2 times the pi times the radius squared, and then we'll add that lateral area, which is pi times diameter times the height of the cylinder. So let's see it in action here. So again, I'm going to need to find the surface area, so I'm going to need my two bases, which is pi r squared each, so that's 2 times pi r squared, and then pi times the diameter times the height will be that lateral area. And again, pi times the diameter is the circumference of the circle, and then that times the height, which in this case will be 15, will be my lateral area. So let's plug in the numbers. We got 2 times pi times the radius was 4, so we'll square 4. And then I have pi times the diameter is going to be 8, and then the height, like I said, was 15. Now 4 squared is 16, and then I'll do 8 times 15 is 120. I'll double 16 to get 32 pi, and I just made that 120 pi. Remember, you can add these two terms because they're both in terms of pi. I get 152 pi for the final answer, and then when I plug in my approximation and do the math, I get 477.28, and those are square centimeters because we're talking about surface area here. So that is how you find surface area of a cylinder. You're going to add your two bases, which is 2 pi r squared, and then you're going to do the circumference, pi times diameter, times the height of the cylinder.